On today's episode of the Portside Boys, we'll talk over Week 1 of the XFL and their attempt to make the game of football more exciting. The 2020 Olympic men's basketball team is being finalized, as well as the NBA All-Star Weekend coming up. There's a potential change to the MLB playoff format that we'll get the boys' take on, and an interesting story coming out of the NFL. We'll finish up today's show with our draft segment, some birthdays coming down the old pipeline, and the final take. I'm Big Zig, and you're listening to the Portside Boys.
This podcast is sponsored by Mini Mart. Check out their Minnesota-themed gifts and Minnesota apparel. Go ahead and enter in Portside Boys at checkout and get 20% off. That's minimart.com, MINNYMART.com. Mini Mart, Minnesota everything.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Oh.
So the XFL kicked off. What'd you guys think?
Awesome.
You enjoyed it?
I watched a few games.
I heard there's some people who watched it, some people who watched a little, and some people who watched all of it.
I think a big thing I liked was the kickoffs.
Yep.
It was 91% of them were returned versus the NFL, which has less than 30% of return
boring.
kicks.
So boring.
Ugh.
It's probably my favorite rule is the kickoff.
Yeah,
I do enjoy the 1 foot in bounds rule. I do like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
I do enjoy, obviously the feel of the game is different because the product isn't as good because they're obviously not top-notch athletes.
Basically like at college.
Sure. I mean, if you want to look at it that way, yeah. You do have your quarterbacks that played in the NFL or could have played in the NFL, a couple of them, but not a lot of them. But other than that, I mean, what other rules were there that you guys liked?
Nobody went for the 3 points,
Which is surprising to me.
which is very surprising.
Yeah.
I still think they should have the ability to kick an extra point, but make it 1 point from like 55-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like a 40-yard.
No, 50.
Why
like
50? That's so long for 1 point.
Exactly. Well, if they're trying to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
So you can go for it for 1 from the 2, and then you have the 2 and the 3. And if teams, hate running plays instead of kicking field goals, for the extra point, then fine. You can kick an extra point. It's going to be a 50-yard field goal or a 55-yard field goal, though.
Make it 65 and make just the kicker out there by himself.
That would be dope.
Kick off a tee.
You have to be within 5 yards of the ball. You can't get like a running start.
Oh, whatever.
I'd give him a running start.
Yeah,
That'd
for
be
sure.
awesome.
Just like they would on a kickoff, yeah.
That's what you want to do. But
70-yard field goal for an extra point.
yeah,
But
if
for
you don't
three,
get it, someone
give
can
you
return
3.
it. You got to tackle them then. It's
Or-
one-on-one.
Or if you want to make that position even better, what you can do is put it out like 70 yards, and as an extra point, it's worth like 5, right?
Yeah, it's like a long field goal. It's worth a ton.
Super long is worth like 5 points. And then you talk about how you could have a more specialized position where, you're down by a couple points.
Bringing
Well,
the leg.
our extra point, bringing the leg 75-yarder.
Hell yeah.
You can put up 5 points.
Yeah, I know the XFL went in the route of getting rid of the extra point because the NFL originally, whatever many years ago, tinkered with their stupid rule where you're kicking it from the 1 yard line, and all these teams were just like, fans were saying, this is so boring, I don't want to stay and watch these guys kick field goals. Extra points, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. It's the same example here. They moved it back to the 30-whatever yard line, 25-yard line, trying to get cute. Making it a little bit more difficult. It's like, why? If you're going to tinker with it and you're going to move it, why not just make it a offensive play?
Yeah.
I do like that they have it as an offensive play. I
I
do
know,
like that.
so do I. I like the option,
Yes.
but I also like the option to kick a super long one instead of a chip shot or like from the 30-yard line.
Those
Literally
aren't even givens.
put it right, but put it on like the 45.
So it'd be a 55, 50. It'd be like a 58-yarder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
Crazy.
make it hard, and it's still only worth 1.
Yep.
But no rush. You could kick it, get
These
1
dudes
point.
can drill from practice 70-yard field goals
Well, that's
from off a tee.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
Maybe
what I'm
like
saying?
instead of wasting time sending all the line out there for both teams and setting up for plays or in the NFL kick, right? Send the kicker out there with a ball and a tee, set it on the 50-yard line, and say,
Yeah.
"All right, buddy, kick it." you don't have to worry about everybody having to get ready and like, the play clock and penalty and come on.
Speaking of the play clock, they dropped it from 40 whatever seconds the NFL does down to 25, and that keeps the game going.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's great.
Some of the tickets are more expensive than NFL team tickets.
Well, yeah, I mean,
The
what was it?
Redskins tickets.
$5 tickets. They were practically giving them away at the Redskins games. Just come on down, please come to a Redskins game.
Come see Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
our only good player.
Glory. We can do it.
Yeah, I'm happy. I think it's going to be solid. I think it's going to be way better than the AAF or AFF.
Yeah, the AAF,
the
Alliance of American Football.
American Alliance.
Yeah.
Alliance of American
The
Football.
Alliance of American Football.
Okay, sure.
What happened with them is that week 1 they did pretty good as far as
Ratings were good.
Week 2 dropped almost 50%.
Yeah, it dropped off huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's the thing that they're saying with this, though, is that they think that it might drop off, but I don't think that it will because people in America want football.
Yep.
It's the same way with other countries in soccer. They can't get enough soccer. They will play it year-round if they can. They will watch it year-round if they can.
And-
Same here with football.
And now it's integrated into fantasy already.
Yep.
It's integrated
Sports
into
betting.
sports betting,
Which is another thing
which
that
has
they
been
did.
huge.
They did that also. They made it an active current line. They put the lines on the bottom scoreboard line that they have on the TV.
I did see that.
They had the
actually.
over-under, and they did
Yeah.
have the other stuff, and they say that that's going to set them apart from the NFL. They have, like, in my opinion, 6 solid rules that sets them apart, and I guarantee you the NFL takes at least 2 of those. If the XFL doesn't work out in the 3 years they have written down, something's going to be taken and going to the NFL, just like the Skycam was. The Skycam was originally an XFL creation. People didn't know that, but now they're all throughout the NFL. NCAA does it. It's a great way to get a point of view on the game. For
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I think they'll still have good viewership as this goes along and builds, and I think the NFL will end and the XFL will start. You know, I think there won't be any big disparity. I think the fans will move from one to the next down the road.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be over a 50% decline week 2. I think it'll still be just as good week 1.
Even the
from week
last
1.
time though that they did it went down 50% from week 1 to week 2.
That's what I'm just saying. That's not going to happen this time.
You don't think so?
No.
The XFL
Totally
originally, when
different.
it came out 20 years ago in 2000, it was a completely different way that they ran it, and it was run really poorly, and they didn't do a good job setting up and running everything. Now they have Andrew Luck's dad running the show, being the commissioner,
right?
And he has been around. I think he was like the commissioner of NCAA football or something of that nature for a long time, and he was in the system running football. So I mean, he understands how a league should be run, and he knows what he wants to do with his league. And I think that if they continue on the path that they're on the last couple of days, it's going to be good.
To get to the next level, they're going to have players go play. They're going to have to sign these guys like Antonio Brown, try and get guys like, who they're trying, like Kaepernick right now. Although he's reportedly wants too much money to play in the XFL.
Yeah, because don't quarterbacks
Bro,
get like 500,000?
It doesn't even matter. The whole thing is that you want to be in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
You want a stage to try and prove that you're good?
Yeah.
These workouts aren't going to do anything. And then the next league is like, what's up, man? We want you to come play in our league. What do you think? And he's like, nah, you guys don't pay enough money.
So it's not about the league playing, then it's about money.
It's about money.
It's about money.
It's about money.
Yeah.
You literally
Hypocrite.
won't go out in the field right now and prove that you're NFL ready to play. If you go out and played in the XFL for 3 weeks, killed it, you could stop and go get an NFL contract.
Say you played in the
100%.
league for one season, you made $500,000, which is a good amount of money in my opinion, just throwing a football around. What's he doing now? Sitting around on his ass? What's going to make you money in the future is proving your worthiness of playing football, considering you're still young and relatively able to play the game. Go do it and show people what you can do.
Yeah, it's all about money and
If
His
he went and
social
played in the
warrior
XFL
stuff.
and he was able to actually make a move to play, see, that's the thing. Do you want to play in the NFL to play football, or do you want to play in the NFL to use it as a platform to push your agenda? Because if that's what you're going to do, the NFL should have every right to not allow you to play in that league. They should have every right to do that.
yeah, a disruptive employee.
Exactly. And you know what? Even if he did get an NFL contract, say, same thing with probably Antonio Brown. It needs to be a clause. You are not going to just disturb the functionality of this team. You're not going to make it a circus. We're not here to play the stupid publicity game stuff. We're here to play football, and we're here to win, and here to make, they're there to make money too.
Yeah.
Owners are ready to make money. But if you're going to turn it into your little show so you can do whatever you want and think you can do whatever you want, that needs to be in the contract. If you start doing that, you're gone.
Yeah, I was just bringing up that obviously he doesn't want to show that he can play football.
Apparently not.
No, because this is his opportunity to show like, hey, I'm still NFL ready. Watch me play. No, it's not about that.
Yeah,
So fine.
I think that he could actually
totally
dominate in
understood.
that league too. Like after watching, there was one quarterback that was actually pretty balling. I don't even remember what team he played for. I haven't been following the rosters or their names.
That's
or
right.
anything like that,
We'll know
but-
more as they.
But
for sure.
eventually, I'll keep tuning in, and I'm going to keep watching. I'll keep tuning in every Saturday and Sunday. Why not? It's
One of
only a
those
couple
teams
months.
need to try and pick up Antonio Brown and maybe try and coax Andrew Luck to come back.
Andrew Luck's coming back. He's playing for the Raiders.
He's playing in the XFL
Listen,
because
Andrew,
my dad
there's
is.
less collisions.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, should be good. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it looks good.
See how week 2 goes.
I was happy with it.
Yeah.
So now that the trade deadlines have happened and everyone's been moved to their new teams, everyone's getting, affiliated with their new squads. Did you guys see anyone that stood out on their new team that made an impact that you saw or heard of? Like, for example, have you seen Andrew Wiggins play with the Warriors yet?
No. Yeah, but you have to realize that they traded away two of their better players, brought in Andrew Wiggins, and now he's scoring 27 points a night. Of course, because he's the only one there.
Yeah,
they're
there's injured, not traded.
There's no Cat, there's no Covington, there's no other stars that are taking it away. There's no Curry, there's no Clay. I mean, Draymond's playing, but again, Draymond's a 5.55 guy, so whatever.
He's a triple single guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Chuck said that.
So I mean, yeah, he's doing fine. It'll
funny.
depend. It depends on when everyone comes back.
Yeah,
right.
He will fit into that team.
Yeah,
he'll fit the same way that Harrison Barnes fit.
Sure,
I think that the way he
but
plays,
a better Harrison Barnes,
a more athletic Harrison Barnes. I think Harrison Barnes didn't have the pedigree that I don't want to say the reputation that Andrew Wiggins had.
Yep.
But Harrison Barnes at least played defense. Andrew can't.
Yep.
Without having Andrew Wiggins on the Timberwolves, though, I did enjoy watching the Wolves play without him. Shockingly, I actually thought I wouldn't like that.
I loved not watching Andrew Wiggins playing the Timberwolves.
I
gotta
know
admit
why. I don't know why. I just liked the way they looked without Andrew Wiggins.
A lot of those guys.
Malik Beasley killed it.
Yeah,
Beast.
his opening, he killed it.
Granted,
they still can't play defense.
Well, right.
But like you said, if they, in this league now, if you're not playing defense, you better average 125 points a game. You have to.
Well, look at what Houston's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making it work.
Other than that, I really don't know if there's huge impacts. I mean,
Then
Russell almost had a triple-double the other night, and but we still lost. And
I like James Johnson though.
I do like him.
Watching him play, I liked his style of play.
He's a bull out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's
athletic too.
Athletic. You watch him play, and he looks like he's 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". He's only 6'7". He looks a lot bigger than he actually is out there. But that's just because he plays big.
That little dog's got some bite.
He's good. And he's the oldest guy on the team right now at 32. Second oldest closest is a 27-year-old. And then after that, everyone's 24, 23,
like
21, 20. I think Jared Culver is
19.
20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Naz Reid is 20. I mean, they have young assets that they're going to move forward with the Wolves there. I think they're going to look good.
Yeah, and the Heat got Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder. Crowder had a pretty good night. Jimmy was out the other night, so
yeah.
Jay Crowder had a good night, and Iguodala didn't really do much. So I don't think he'll be that big of an impact.
No.
Other than that, I really haven't seen too much. I mean, it did look like Rocco fit in pretty well with Houston.
I agree.
He hit a couple late threes in his first game, so I think he'll fit in fine there. Obviously, small ball, but he's good size, good defender, can shoot.
And that's what they were looking for. They
Yeah.
were looking for a 3-and-D guy because their game is we're going to launch threes, and you need to play defense along with that as well. And the guys that they just weren't able to do it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean,
It's crazy
Andre
to
Drummond from Detroit playing in Cleveland still had a 20-14, kind of games.
Yep, move from dumpster to dumpster city.
Pretty much.
So he's back in the shit pile.
Dump city, bitch.
But other than that, I mean, I think that D'Lo is going to work out good with the Wolves. I really do. Having a guy who can create his own shot, can dribble the basketball, that's what I think I hated about watching Wiggins is he could not dribble the basketball, and every time he touched it, I got so scared that here comes turnover.
Yep.
He got super sporadic and all jumpy, and he looked like he looked so uncomfortable, and I don't know. He didn't have the drive that I would like. I would like the Mamba mentality too.
That's the kind of I liked watching D'Lo play just for the sole fact of the pick and roll game. The T-Wolves never have been really a pick and roll team, and so watching that happen and just how flawless he is with the basketball.
Yep.
Mwah.
And I think that's why Derrick Rose flourished last year because he had talents to do a pick and roll with. That helped him out a lot. All right. Oh, let's see here.
And then the Olympic rosters got announced to the finalists.
Which-
2020
44.
Well, I got to be honest, with some of the names and some of the guys we left off, I mean...
Well, who do you think that got left off that shouldn't have been on the roster?
Well, let's just start. Well, Trae Young.
Let me see
How
here
is
for a
Trae
second.
Young not on the list? But you got.
There's a long list. Let's see who
Yeah.
made let's see who the finalists are.
Yeah.
All right, Bama Bio from Miami. You got
Okay.
LaMarcus Aldridge, Harrison Barnes, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Butler, Mike Conley. You got Curry, AD, DeMar DeRozan, Drummond, KD, PG, Draymond Green. You got Harden, Montrezl Harrell, Joe Harris, Tobias Harris, Gordon Hayward, Dwight Howard, Brandon Ingram, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, Kawhi Leonard. You got Dame Dalla, Brooke Lopez, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton, Donovan Mitchell, Victor
Oh my God, this
Oladipo,
list, I tell you.
Chris Paul, Mason Plumlee, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Klay Thompson, Miles Turner, Kemba, Westbrook, and Derek White. So,
And they got to narrow that down to, 13, 15 guys, isn't it?
something like that.
Oh, my damn. So off the list of those guys, I think that there's obvious ones that probably, are going to make it. If I had to make my picks, obviously
yeah.
Damian Lillard, and I'm going for point guard. Damian Lillard, Westbrook, PG, maybe not PG,
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, LeBron. There's just guys like that. If you look at the All-Star team,
DeRozan, AD,
you see those guys. Yeah, AD.
probably Clay, Kemba,
I can see Clay and Curry.
Andre Drummond, because we'll need a center, so
Yeah.
he'll make it for sure.
Well, but he's not even really a center, but it's just
Well, yeah, he is.
quote unquote. Who else is on that list to be a center? You think Brooke Lopez?
Yeah, Montrezl Harrell.
I think Brooke
kinda is a
Lopez will
center,
make
but-
it because he'll be the starting center. If we want to play the
Brooke
way
Lopez,
Yeah.
starting center over Andre Drummond.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think
I think
That's
he
an
will.
unpopular opinion right there.
If you want to make it that way, I think that he'll make the team. Although I take that back. If Anthony Davis plays, Anthony Davis is their center. So that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
sure. I'm
So
just saying
if we're going Anthony
AD
Davis as
Drummond.
the center, because if you want to do Anthony
Yeah.
Davis, you could do Anthony Davis, you could do LeBron 4, KD 3,
Westbrook and
Westbrook
Curry,
and
or
Curry,
whatever, or
Thompson,
Kawhi and Curry.
or Damian and
Right.
you know what I mean, Damian
Right.
Lillard. It's just the list is ridiculous. I mean, there's a lot of guys on the list that aren't going to make it this year because this list is stacked.
The rest of you, if your number wasn't called, better luck next year.
Well, hey, Coach, what's going on here, man? What about me?
Gilmore, I called your number, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, better luck next year.
Yeah, there's two guys that I'm surprised aren't on the list.
Who are they?
First person is Trae Young. I mean,
Okay.
I think he deserves to be on this list.
At least
He's-
make the finalist list.
right of the 44 finalists. I
Yeah.
mean, the kid is amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he
can
is
play. He can
he's
play.
killing it right now. He's tier 1 point guard.
Yep, starting in the All-Star game.
Yes. How can he not be on the finalist list for USA basketball?
Yeah, I don't know.
2, which you may say or may not, is going to be Zion. So a lot of people are saying that he also should have made this list of 44.
Just to make it to the camp, at least to take a peek at him.
Exactly.
Yeah, he'd be one of those guys that would turn heads more than he would be. We're here to win now.
Yeah. Well, right. Well,
I think 4 years from now he'll make that squad.
welcome to the generation.
Right.
Come on in.
Yep.
Right.
Having him have the ability to play with guys like LeBron James and
Sure.
Anthony Davis and Curry and Clay and Westbrook.
Yeah.
I think he'd be pretty good.
And it all depends on who's looking at this list too, because if you had to go with, for example, obviously Coach K has Zion Williamson in that final list of people that comes out to work out with him.
Coach K is actually not the coach anymore.
If Coach K was the coach, I said
Oh,
he
okay.
would have him on that list because
Yeah,
being his
probably.
coach. But
Probably.
being that Popovich is the one who does this list, he's going with the OGs that are playing, balling in the league. You know what I mean?
And I was going to bring that up too. Derek White. Why is Derek White from San Antonio Spurs on there? Because
His
Pop
coach.
is the coach.
Yep.
Trae Young should have been in that spot. Zion should have been in that spot. There's a couple other guys on this list that I'm surprised are even on this
Did you
list
read
as
off-
well.
Was Kyrie Irving on the list?
Yes.
He is on that list. Okay. Because that was another name I thought is pretty popular name too. I mean, seriously though, looking at this list,
So
you got to think crazy. I mean, trying to narrow it down is going to be so hard for them if they all want to play. You
Yeah.
also have to go with that.
Well, right. And it depends. I mean, Japan is a little worried about this coronavirus thing
For
and
sure.
affecting the Olympics.
I mean, you don't even know if these people even want to go over to.
They're not going to. There's no
overseas.
way. If this is still going on like it is right now, there are no way that our top stars, our best athletes, are going to want to go over there.
Yeah, I
There's no
suppose.
way.
No.
That's when you get Mason Plumlee starting for the USA team.
That might get us completely withdrawn.
You mean Brooks Lopez?
I mean, there are
Brooks
Trying to make a
times.
joke.
I don't know if the Olympics have ever been canceled. I know there are certain times where countries participating in like world wars have not gone, right?
Yeah.
But they haven't canceled the Olympics. But this could be a situation in which there's a health crisis
Definitely.
in the region,
Yep.
and we would withdraw from the Olympics.
Look,
It's totally possible.
I could see them moving the venue also.
Maybe.
They would be smart too. You're going to lose so much money if you don't do it.
Yeah.
You're so deep in. It's like basically when you run even. Say for example, Zach and I can relate to this in a sense. Say when you run a small softball tournament, right? Mm. You end up doing all these things. You have all these different, people coming in who are sponsoring the event and paying all this money to put up their stuff and be advertisements. And you can't have it that week because it's stormed all weekend long. Well, you just lost out on a ton of money from your vendors. People don't even come. No one does anything.
Right.
You have to dole out all this money back that you've already spent on stuff. Like if you think about it, all these different Olympic places that they're having them at, like for example Sochi, they probably poured so much money into that city to make it Olympic worthy.
Yeah, billions.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. If they were to cancel it, like I think then it was so warm they were struggling with making snow.
Yeah,
like,
that's
they were
right.
saying,
I remember.
we might not be able to get this out.
Yeah.
It's going to be trouble. But that's the same thing. If you have it in Japan, they're obviously taking this billions of dollars, building things and making things renovated, building obviously the Olympic Park and things like that for people to stay at, doing all that stuff. At the end of the day, they're going to lose a ton of money if they don't do anything.
Well, of course.
So the smart thing to do would be move it.
Yeah, we'll see.
You just move it to America, I think, in my opinion. You move it to America and just deal with it.
Move it to L.A.
To L.A., Florida, Texas, anywhere warm. You can have Atlanta. I mean, anywhere warm you can do it. Arizona might be a little rough, but, so California and Texas, I guess.
Either way, that's just going to say if that health crisis is still around. I'm just saying that Japan is worried, right?
Sure.
I don't think they probably have some backup plans or are going through that now, but just throwing that out there. But in regards to the list of people, there are definitely don't know why Derek White's on there. I don't know why Bama Bio's on there. He's solid. Look, he's good this year, but Trae Young's better. I'm sorry. And why is Harrison Barnes on the list? Why is Joe Harris on the list? I'm not sure why these guys are on the list when a couple others could be in there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it kind of depends too on when this list was made because, like you say, your Zion example saying that you'd want him to be on this list. Well, maybe they didn't have us. Maybe they weren't expecting him to be healthy and playing at a level that he isn't in the league right now.
Right. And maybe if he would have started the season and had no problems, he would have been on this list. I don't know. I'm not saying that he should be. I'm saying that
it's a surprise.
It's a surprise that he's not.
Sure.
There's a lot of these guys in their rookie year that are on this list right now were included in the USA basketball team.
Yep. I just hope that America comes out with a stronger showing than they did at the FIFA.
Oh, it's
basketball.
FIFA. We had none of our best players.
But that's not the point. If people's best players are beating our secondary players, that means they're catching up. So you got to be prepared and don't underestimate other teams. That's all I'm saying.
It was barely our second players.
They're more like college students again.
Yeah,
we're running back to the college students playing basketball for our pro teams again.
They're like second, third dudes off the bench in the NBA.
But that just goes to show that our best players need to be there if we want to represent and win. That goes to show. Obviously, you should do that because everyone else for other teams, everyone from another country is going hard. They want this for their country.
Yeah, but no one looks back and says, "Oh yeah, we killed it in the FIBA championships. This country has the most FIBA championships."
But
no one gives a crap
some
about
countries,
that.
That's all they care about.
Well, sure, some countries, but the ones that matter, like us and the world power type of athletic countries, don't give a crap about that. We take a look at gold medals. And that's what we have, and that's what we can get.
But still, losing is losing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want to stay on top, you got to win them all, baby.
Well, that's going without saying that we didn't put up our best roster.
That's true. But with with that list, you got All-Stars. Let's be real. We got the All-Star weekend coming up. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, that is this weekend.
So this weekend's coming up here.
It is.
February 16th is the game.
16th when it starts. Yeah, hell, most of the people on the All-Star list are on that 44 Olympic list. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Hopefully it's not as cold in Chicago as it is right now for us next weekend.
It's freezing, too.
Enjoy, LeBron.
Yeah, the game's in Chicago. It's going to be played. So they're doing this new thing. I don't know when it started, maybe a couple years ago. They're doing the thing where they have the two captains of the team, whoever the leading vote getters are captains. Now, instead of doing a whatever East and West Coast thing, they switched it up to get more viewership naturally, and they made them do drafts now. Now, I watched the draft, and I thought that LeBron seemed a little stiff for how charismatic he's supposed to be, and Giannis Antetokounmpo came off as just genuine, having fun, smiling young kid. How do you say his last name? Do you want to buy a vowel?
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo.
Just call him the freak. Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can't even. The funny is, I do it on purpose. And
Yeah,
now
I
I
know,
don't know
right?
how to fix it. I'm stuck saying that forever now because it's just so funny. But
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
yeah, Giannis was picking his team.
So they tried to make it a little more serious this year. That's why LeBron
Yes.
seemed that way. Last
Yes.
year they were having lots of fun and whatnot, and they had said that LeBron wanted to take it a little more serious. He had his little cheat sheet in front of him on like where he was going to draft and stuff.
Well, Giannis had his little notepad too. He had
Yeah.
his little book, and they
Yeah.
were saying that too. Like, what you got in that book right there? You know, he's just like, oh man, that was my next pick. You know, he's like a young kid who has just a soft voice. You know,
Sure.
LeBron's like a 30-year-old man who's just like, just been in the league forever. You can tell, and like you said, if they're trying to make it serious, LeBron did a good job.
So all right, so the starting lineups.
Yeah, so since LeBron was the highest vote getter, he went first
Yep.
in picking the lineup. Now, the way it works is the all-star starters are voted on, and then those 5 all-star starters are considered starters. Now, what they do is they do a draft based off of those
Of the
8
starters.
remaining starters,
Yep.
and they each pick different guys to mix and match.
Yep.
Do you have the list in front of you that
I do.
shows? Okay,
I do.
So
So
LeBron went first. I don't even remember who he took.
I'm not going to go. Well, he went with Anthony Davis.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's right.
He kept
His homeboy.
He kept it, and they both did that too in regards to the players that also made it. So
Yeah.
but the starters, Team LeBron is going to be LeBron.
We'll just do the starters.
So we'll do that first.
Starters,
So
okay.
LeBron,
Sure.
obviously, he took Anthony Davis.
Obviously again.
Yep. James Harden,
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard, and Luka Doncic.
Okay, I think he went with AD Kawhi. I think Harden was his last pick.
Either way,
Okay.
starting lineup for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Obviously him. He's going to go Trae Young, Kemba Walker, Pascal Siakam, and Joel Embiid.
Okay,
So those are the starting lineups. Team LeBron, Team Giannis.
seems like a lot of America versus the world there, in their picks. I think.
Reserves.
All right, who you got for
So
reserves?
LeBron for reserves for Team LeBron.
So I think after doing the starters, Giannis then picked first for the reserves. He went first.
Okay, so back reserves for Team LeBron.
Okay.
Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Nikola Jokic,
Joker.
Ben Simmons, Sabonis, Jason Tatum, and Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
That is the reserves for Team LeBron.
Okay.
Reserves for Team Giannis is Bam Adebayo, Brandon Ingram, Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, Kyle Lowry, and Chris Middleton.
Okay. I mean, they're both solid lists. I mean, they're all stars. I don't think they're gonna take it too serious. They never really do.
Well, I mean, the format's different, so.
Yeah. I always do enjoy watching the celebrity game, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do like watching that. Granted, I think I noticed more people when it's like the MLB All-Star softball game versus this celebrity game. I don't know anyone.
Yeah, it's a weird list. I don't even want to try to read these names because it's kind of embarrassing.
Go ahead. Who?
Oh
Who?
my god.
Yeah, what you got?
All right, so the 2 teams playing are going to be from Team Michael Wilbon and Stephen A. Smith. Are the
Okay.
2
You
team
did go with those
captains.
names. You did
Okay.
go with those.
I got
Will
past
Bond.
those 2.
Ooh, that was tough. Those were the tough ones.
Wilbon's players, Common. There it goes. That was a common easy
Okay.
one.
Sweating that
Bad
one.
Bunny.
Who?
and-
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny.
Okay.
I have no idea who that is.
He sings in that one song with Cardi B. I like it.
No, you're not ringing any bells.
Oh boy.
Hannibal Buress. Kane Brown, the country singer.
Oh, Hannibal Buress. That's the comedian, right?
Yeah, the guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's,
yeah,
funny.
he's
I like him.
That's
He's
good.
funny.
Yeah,
He's good.
All right.
John Batista.
Oh, wait. Did you say Kane Brown already?
Yeah.
All right. He's going to go out there and sing some country songs.
He'll
Get
be-
that ball in the hoop.
Yeah. Alex.
What if I was made for you? And I made this 3. We got back and played some D.
Oh!
What if I wasn't the only one playing in this game?
Alex Moffat.
I don't know who that is.
Nope.
Chef Jose Andres.
Nope. Oh, wait. Is that the...
Andreas.
Ooh, was that Salt Bay?
Maybe. Oh my gosh.
No,
that's-
they would say Salt
No.
Bay. I think if they
Salt
No,
said
Bay.
that's not
They'd
his
have to
real
put
name.
Salt Bay.
That's what his was. That what, no,
Isn't
it's
that
not
his name.
No, but they called him that. Wasn't that what his like social media following thing was? Salt Bay. I'm pretty sure that's what they call that guy.
Anyway, another person is Famous Loss. LOS.
Probably a rapper.
Jadena.
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that, yeah.
Jadena.
Jadena.
Give that a look, Nate. You tell me what you think.
Lud dash
Jadena. Chelsea Gray. and
Okay.
Quentin Richardson. I don't know who either of those
The
two are.
basketball
was
player?
a basketball player. Yep.
So
For
old time
Celtics
player
for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Stephen A. Smith's team is Chance the Rapper. Yeah.
Okay.
Quavo.
Sure. Duke and Ball. I've seen some videos online.
Honcho. He's at all the basketball games
With Drake
all
and-
the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drake.
I
and-
think I
would too
he's
if
with
I was
LeBron.
rich.
Hell
Word.
yeah.
Yeah.
Flying private
Killing
jet
that
all over the place.
lifetime.
You see me on the sidelines.
You got Quavo and
Cooking 'em.
LeBron in private jets next to each other, just waving at each other. Yeah, let's go.
Whipping up a bag for him.
Taylor Bennett.
No.
LaRoyce Hawkins.
Don't
maybe
know.
basketball player, maybe.
Nope.
Nope.
Spice Adams.
Nope.
Mark Lassery. Ronnie 2K.
That's 2K guy. Everyone knows that naturally.
2K. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't
2K
know.
Who's
guy.
Ronnie 2K? Is that the dude who's like really good at 2K?
No, that's like the producer. I want to say his name. He's a producer, I think, of the game.
Oh, okay.
He's like huge wrapped up in the 2K stuff though.
All right. Kenley Ohashi.
Digital marketing director at 2K.
Boom.
Okay. Lil Ray Howlery.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ajah Wilson.
Is
And
that
Darius Miles.
Asia?
Ajah.
Asia.
Asia.
Ajah Wilson.
A apostrophe Ja.
There it is.
And Darius Miles.
So,
Who's that one?
so Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles must be the basketball players in
Yes.
this game.
Yep. Darius Miles was in that one movie one time. I think that's how I know him.
What? He's a basketball player.
Oh yeah, he's pretty much been in a movie. I'm pretty sure it was when they stole some stuff from a business or whatever. The test answers to a movie or test
I think I
answers to a
remember
test.
that.
It was him, and I think Chris Evans might have been in it too. But it was funny because they were trying to cheat this test because
The perfect score.
There it
Yes.
Yep.
So he's an actor. That's who Darius Miles is. He's
Okay.
the actor.
He also was a pretty good basketball player. I mean, solid.
He
role
was a top
player.
10 draft pick. I think he's out of high school too. That was cool.
Why don't you give these names a try, Sam?
Oh, for the Rising Stars game.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. All right.
These are way worse.
Rising
I know.
Stars. Okay.
Good God.
So, U.S. players: Miles Bridges, Wendell Carter Jr., Devontae Graham, Tyler Hero,
Okay.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Ja Morant,
Yep.
Kendrick Nunn, Eric Pascal, P.J. Washington, Zion Williamson, and my boy Trae Young.
Trae
Young.
Young.
All right. Yep. So those were the simple ones. Now you go ahead and buy some vowels.
All right, for the world in the Rising Stars Challenge, you have Nickel Alexander-Walker, DeAndre Ayton, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Clark, Luka Doncic. Which why is he in this? I don't understand.
Why is he and Trey in this? They're both starters. in
Yeah.
the
You're right. I don't
All-Star
really get
game.
it. Okay, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You have
Tough one. I thought he stumbled.
Me too. I was
did.
counting on
I
it.
don't know. I don't know this one for sure.
Let's hear it.
Rai Ru
Hackamura?
Hakamura.
Hakamura?
Hakamura.
Oh, the next one's fun too.
Svi Mikhailuk.
He's probably watched the games. He's just like, oh, that's a weird name. I need to memorize
Another one
that.
from C's.
I do know Svi. I do know
Oh,
Svi.
man.
All right, then you have our boy Joshua Kogi
Word.
and Mortaz Wagner.
Oh my
It's gonna be a
gosh.
good game, huh?
I can't.
It should
I'm
be
gonna
all right.
watch the game just to hear these guys fumble through the names. Really? Wow. That's
Well, you guys thought I
impressive.
was gonna stumble through. I just don't know who Hakamura or Hakamura. I don't
Damn.
know who that is actually.
What's this one's a guy's name?
Svi Mikhailuk.
Svi
man.
Mikhailuk, huh?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
I
Sounds like a
believe
rapper.
it. I believe you. Out of all the
Gamer.
people to believe that, I definitely believe that.
I'm just surprised Luka and Trae Young are in that. Like, why?
I
They
thought
couldn't
that
just
too.
had two other players that
You know
could
they're
be in
about
there.
to sit a ton, anyways.
I mean, so Saturday night's always fun, right?
Yes.
So you have the 3-point contest, which has changed. So they did change that up a little bit. They do have a circle outside the 3-point line that will count
Shut
for
up.
additional points.
Nice. I like that.
Enlighten me.
There's a circle outside the 3-point line, like because everyone's hitting deep threes now. That I guess counts for more points. I don't know. It's gonna be a little.
So like they
Just a
shoot
little.
their racks, then they get a couple balls to shoot from the
I'm
4-point.
not 100%
spot.
sure, but yeah, it's like an extra long shot because everyone's hitting threes nowadays.
They
so
should do a half court shot for like 10 points. you
yeah,
know
that
what
would be
I'm
pretty
saying?
cool. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's how it should be done.
Yep. You have the skills competition. Also, obviously, you have slam dunk contest, which
Yep.
we'll see what happens.
I would love
Now-
to see another Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine face off.
Well, Aaron Gordon's in it. I know that. What's the field look like?
Pat Connick,
Covington. Yeah.
Covington from Milwaukee, Aaron Gordon, Dwight Howard, and Derek Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Covington played for Notre Dame. They
Okay.
had a good, cool run when he played for Notre Dame. He was drafted by Portland. But the funny thing about him, the only reason why I brought him up and I'm singling him out is because he had a a chance to. I think he was drafted to play baseball, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny because you don't see basketball players drafted. You see football players drafted
Sure.
into baseball. But
So you have the skills challenge. Participants in that are going to be Bama Bio from Miami.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, he's good. He's a
making
surprise.
moves?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably one of the reasons why Miami is pretty good. Kind of like
Siakam.
why Siakam.
is he a young guy? Bam Bio?
Yep.
Like a early 20s type age guy?
Like I think a rookie.
What?
I'm not 100% sure, but young dude,
Well,
right?
At least 2 years he's in the Rising Stars Challenge, so
Yeah.
he's got to be at least a sophomore or rookie.
Yeah, there you go. So
Okay, cool.
just like I think Pascal Siakam added to Toronto's run.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard helped Siakam for sure. Or
Well,
Siakam, but-
Kawhi Leonard leaving, they have the same record. So
Boom.
was he really that much of a deal? Patrick Beverly, Spencer
Okay.
Dunwoody, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Middleton, Derrick Rose. He is injured though, so he might not play.
Okay.
You have Sabonis, Siakam, and Jason Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander is actually replacing Derrick Rose.
Oh, so that's why he's on the list.
Yes,
Same thing with, for
yes.
example, why Devin Booker is replacing Damian Lillard in
Yep.
the All-Star game.
True. Oh yes.
So we
True.
have to
True.
bring that up. That's why
That's
he's
right.
on the squad.
We did forget about
I
that.
do
Yep.
know that there was a guy who came off super salty. Oh, Morant came off super salty that Devin Booker was replacing Damian Lillard and not him.
Sorry, bro, but Devin Booker is actually doing better this year, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll be an All-Star, but you got to wait a little bit, dog. You're not going to outbeat Booker. All right, so out of that field, who do you guys think is going to win the skills challenge?
I don't know, man.
I like Jason Tatum because he can hit threes, he can handle the ball. Passing is going to be easy for him.
Yeah.
You got to look at passing. Passing is
Yeah.
always what stumbles everyone. Or unless you're DeMarcus Cousins, it's the dribbling. I think a couple years ago, he dribbled the ball off his foot. When he started, he just doop right into the crowd.
What do you think, Zach? Who do you got?
I like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just because I like the way his name looks.
All right, I like
That's
that.
about it. The way you say it. What was the one guy you see on here? No, the Zwei, Drei, Vier, Fünf guy.
Phil
Fee.
Vick of
There you
the
go.
Fee. Mikhailuk?
Svi Mikhailuk.
Luke.
He's not in that. What are you talking about?
I know. I
He's
wanted him
joking.
to be in it. 'cause-
Oh. I don't know.
His fucking name.
Jason Tatum's a good one. I mean, I'll just pick somebody that no one else has picked. I'll take Spencer Dunwoody.
Okay, who are you gonna go with, Gabe?
Dinwoody, sorry. All right,
Patrick Beverly.
Gabe's got Patrick Beverly. All right.
All right, I like that. Did we say who the 3-point contest people were?
No.
Nope.
Because I know that without Curry and
Zach's
Thompson,
got that right there.
they're so hard.
All right,
No,
you have
they're not
Davis.
actually that
You
hard.
have Davis
Okay.
Bertans, Devontae Graham, Joe Harris, Buddy Hield, Zach LaVine, Dame Lillard, Duncan Robinson, and Trae Young.
See, Lillard's right there again. He
So
might
he's
be
not-
replacing
yeah.
that.
I honestly think that Zach LaVine's going to win this.
Zach LaVine.
I love it.
Yep.
I like it because then you got
That or
he's
Trae
got-
Young.
baller.
He's
That
got
or Trae Young.
He's got the dunk contest. Why not go for the 3-point shooting too? And then we can be like, oh crap, we let him go.
And then next year win the skills competition.
So
Money.
True.
I'm taking Joe Harris or Buddy Hield.
All right. Gabriel, who do you got?
I already said mine, but
Who-
Zach
oh.
LaVine.
All right.
Exactly. All right, Trey might win too. I
Nate
don't know.
Howard's going
But,
with Trae Young. Dang it, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Nate Howard's going with Trae Young.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go number 1, Joe Harris. Number 2, I'm gonna pick Buddy Hield.
Hey, hey.
All right. So on to the All-Star game because we're through all of who's participating in the weekend, who's
Yes.
in the
Where, when,
uh,
everything.
Yep. Okay.
We're up
so
to the game
we're
itself.
On to the game itself. I know we went over the rosters for who's going to be in the actual game.
Yep.
But there has been kind of a format change to the All-Star game in general, the
Okay.
real
Oh, I
game.
never heard this. What's up?
The NBA All-Star game will have 2 main changes this year.
Okay.
The first change is every quarter counts for charity. The All-Star teams will compete to win each quarter for Chicago-based community organizations.
Sweet.
Number 2 is new game ending. So the fourth quarter will be untimed, and the teams will play to a final target score, meaning that the game will end with a made basket or a made free throw instead of a win with the clock running out.
I love that.
I think that's great for basketball
Amazing.
in general. In my
I think
opinion,
all games should be like that.
like
Every
the way
game.
the Big Three does that. You know what I mean? They set the first half or whatever to a certain point, then they finish it off. You have to come back and beat them then.
So how will the new format work? So each of the first 3 quarters will begin with the score of 0-0 and will last 12 minutes. At the start of the fourth quarter, the game clock will be turned off and a final target score will be set. The final target score will be determined by taking the leading team's total cumulative score through 3 quarters and adding 24 points. Once the final target score is set, the teams will play an untimed fourth quarter, and the first team to reach the final target score will win the NBA All-Star game.
That is
and then just kind of
crazy.
go into what is an example of how the final target score works. So if the cumulative score of the first 3 quarters is 100 to 95, the final target score would be set at 124 points. In this example, here's how the teams would win the NBA All-Star game, right? So the team with 100 points would need to score 24 points in the fourth quarter before the team with 95 points scores 29 points.
Yep.
So the team with 95 points would need to score 29 points in the fourth quarter before the team with 100 scores 24 points. So the NBA incorporated 24 points into the calculation of the final target score to honor the late Kobe Bryant, who wore number 24 for the final 10 seasons of his career.
Yep, so that makes sense. Will they expand it? If this goes well, I could see them expanding it to like 35, 40, you know what I mean? Because let's be real, 24 points, that's what, 8 threes?
Yeah.
That could take less than 12 minutes, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they could get there so fast.
Yeah.
It just makes it more fun
Yeah.
for the fan.
See,
the team who wins on a buzzer beater.
Good tribute to.
And the last thing up is an NFL story. The Jaguars are going to play 2 games overseas in London now.
Cool. It makes
2
sense.
home games.
It makes sense.
Back to back.
Yeah,
have
well,
to stay there.
no, they're going to do it 2 separate times, Nate.
It makes
This
sense.
guy over here.
I think it really does. I mean, if you're going to make these teams
ass.
all fly over, if you're going to make these teams all fly over there, set them up with at least 2 games in a row.
I suppose.
Don't fly. Have a game, fly them over there. Have a game, fly them back. Have another game.
Totally,
Put them out there for 2 straight weeks.
totally against this.
Really?
Why?
I hate the fact that they want to bring football to London, to all these other countries. I hate that. Give them their own league. Go do your own thing. If they want football enough, they'll make their own league. I do not like that they're going to do that.
Nate.
Imagine being, I hope that the Vikings don't ever do this. Like, imagine if the Vikings did this, had 2 games away from home. Granted, they never would because they have this brand new $1 billion stadium that they have to put 8 games on in. They could never do this.
But this isn't a product of. What do you think about games being in London? This is a product about the Jags are there for 2 straight games.
Sure.
Obviously, we all agree. Then, yeah, get your own league.
Correct.
That's not
Okay.
That's not it. We're talking about what do you think of a team playing there 2 games in a row?
I don't like it. I'm against it. I don't think any NFL team should have to go over there. I don't like them.
Which
being
we all
there.
agree, I think.
Okay.
With. Yeah.
And the players hate it.
Yeah.
They have to convert their money over to what is it,
Oh.
euros? They say that they hate it, and
Give me
to
a
have
break.
and to have all the money that they have to bring with them because they obviously don't.
To do what? They're being
To have cash and
bussed
stuff
and,
with.
and everything is paid for them. If they want to go out and
Right,
spend
but if
like
you're there for 2 weeks, you obviously have all this off time in between practices and games and meetings. You have a life you want to live, and you want to go see the country. We have to, you know what I mean? It's just they say that they don't like it, and if they don't like it, then obviously it's stupid.
yeah.
I'm not a fan. I don't know.
Jacksonville fans weren't really fans of it either. So
Like I said, they'll now only get, in a sense, 6 home games because they will play 2 back-to-back games, and I guess I take that back. I guess if you want to look at it this way, they'll be there back-to-back weeks, but they'll probably be a home team 1 game and an away team
Doesn't
the other
really
game.
matter. You're
But
both
at that point,
away
home
teams.
But then at that point, 2 teams have to play there as, an
Yeah.
away team. It's just,
Well-
they're trying to be a little. They're expanding in the wrong direction, in my opinion. If they
Where
want to
should
make
they
their product
expand?
better,
Well-
you can make more teams. You can
Canada?
you can add a better product in the lower division, like a minor league football. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if they signed on an XFL league to be their minor league system. If you don't like the way your quarterbacks are, you can at least keep them on a contract and put them down while you don't have to have them on your 52-man roster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You at least have options to hang on to guys, whereas with certain teams, they just put them on the practice squad and they just show up and have to practice, and then who knows if they're going to make money at least. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to do it, help the people and let them stay here and be with their families.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
don't
mean, MasterCard is accepted everywhere.
that's true.
This is not an advertisement.
yeah.
But if it was, that was pretty good.
But you know what? It's not accepted everywhere.
All right, well.
American Express. Did you hear about the MLB wanting to change their playoff schedule?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Stupid.
I agree. What do you think, Zach?
Stupid.
Gabe, what do you think?
Come again.
The MLB is going to be changing up their playoff schedule.
Sounds good.
Where they get to pick who they get to play in the first round.
Sounds good.
No.
I'm all for an
Stupid.
expanding
Have
playoff. I am all for that. Add another 17. Add 7 teams. I get it, but the only reason why I say that is because it's not fair. I'm not trying to be a fair kind of guy. I'm not like that. But it's not cool that the fact that teams that have you're a fan of only spend $100 million when then the Yankees spend $400 million, and that you're screwed then.
Well,
as a fan.
Why are you
it
screwed as a fan?
gives the power to all the teams that did the best.
Yep.
Granted, that's how you naturally get it,
Yes.
but it's set up already where this is who you would play if you finish here. Not if you finish here. Guess what? You could kind of just pick whoever you want to play, whichever ones you match up better against. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they wanted to make it a reality TV thing, and then, guess what? We're going to go ahead and be, all right, well, the Yankees won. They got first place, so they get a bye. Second place is Boston. All right, sweet. Well, those are the two most spendy teams in the AL. Boston's going to go ahead and pick whoever they want to play because that's just how the rules are. I don't think that's how it should be.
No.
I think if you want to give a bye team the first top overall seeds, I'm all for that.
Yeah,
that's
definitely,
cool.
sure.
I like that. Like, the way they do it with the NFL. Top 2 teams get the bye.
Sure.
Everyone plays 4 playoffs to get into that 4. I like that.
Yep.
It was a 6-team playoff. The 6 teams would be playoffs because the top 2 would get buys. I like that. That's good. But if you're gonna do it where you like reality TV show where they give we're gonna go ahead and play. We're gonna play the Cleveland Indians here, and we're gonna do that. And then all of a sudden, they spend 4 hours debating over, running over the statistics and making it a huge show. And then, I guess all right, sounds good. Here comes the Twins. The Twins are gonna play. Yeah, well, we're gonna play the Rays. And then I guess the other team ends up with that team. Here we go. You know what I mean?
Well, then the Yankees are definitely going to pick the Twins because we know that they just crush the Twins every time we play them in the playoffs. It's like, come on.
And that's the thing. I'm not a fan of that, but I am a fan of expanding playoffs.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
but not the format.
No, I'm not a fan of the format. Either.
Well, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think about the new MLB playoff rules.
Yeah,
Yeah,
potentially.
the new format could be crazy.
Let us know what you guys think. Beep, 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 beep. We head on down to Gaber for the Port Report. Gaber, what do you have for us?
Man with warrants gives fake name. Arrested on warrants for fake name. A game warden in Texas spotted a pair of men fishing without valid fishing license. One of the men did not have proper identification. According to the Houston Chronicles, the man without the ID knew he had active warrants for his arrest, and in an effort to deceive the law enforcement officer, gave the warden the name of a friend.
Smart.
Who wouldn't do that?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So far.
As it happened, the man whose name was given to the warden also had warrants for his arrest. So despite his attempt to dupe the warden, the man was taken into custody anyway. While he was being booked into jail under the false name, the man admitted to his lie and booked under his real name with the additional charge of lying to a police officer.
Oh, what an idiot.
Man, he must
What's
have
your name,
gotten away
sir?
with it.
My name is George Washington.
Oh, man.
George
LeBron-
Washington, you
LeBron
also have
James.
2 warrants.
No, not that George Washington. No.
The cherry tree, George Washington.
Oh, no.
Give me liberty or give me death.
Oh, that's funny.
That sounds about right, really. I mean, hell. If
You
you're
got
dumb enough
another
to
one?
lie, you're dumb enough to get caught.
Men robbed pub in Baltimore during sergeant's retirement party.
That's not a good time to do that.
Terrible planning.
Look, I've been stuck in this place for months, okay? No one ever goes here. Walks inside with their stuff.
Cops everywhere.
There's a stick up. Oh, no.
Yeah, we're just going to walk out.
Baltimore County Police say 2 men robbed an area pub while officers were holding a retirement party. The masked men entered the pub in Baltimore, which is across the street from a police station, around 5:30 p.m., pointed a gun at the cashier, and demanded money from the register. But the robbers didn't know about the Baltimore County PD sergeant's retirement party in the other room. Officers attending the party were informed of the robbery, and they chased down the 2 suspects. Police charged Joseph McInnes III, 21, and Tyree McCoy, 22, with armed robbery and theft.
Oh, my gosh.
Bro, not only the location of the pub is already just across the street from the police station.
Well, it's not going to be a police ride. It's just going to be a wander across the street.
They would never suspect there because it's right there. Like, why would they ever think that, no one's ever going to rob us because we're right here next to a cop's place. But that's the best place to do your crime is right under their nose. They never expect it there.
Except all the cops were actually in the pub.
They're like, let's go, we got a robbery. Gets in their car, backs it up, drives into a parking spot across the street. All right, get out, here we go, let's go get him. Turn the lights on. All right, we're here we go, let's go. That's good.
Ohio police say a half-naked man crashed car into closed store to get beer. Police in suburban Cleveland say a half-naked man intentionally crashed his car into a closed convenience store to get beer, injuring himself and a store employee.
Damn.
Rocky River, Ohio police say the 45-year-old driver was wearing nothing from the waist down when he crashed through a store wall Sunday and told the worker he needed beer. Police say the man barricaded himself in the beer cooler and told police to shoot him, but they subdued him with a stun gun instead.
Oh, lame.
That'd be pretty cold.
What the hell are you wearing about before you're naked?
Look, man. Look, but we've all been there. Okay, we all need a beer or two, but let's be real. The only crime he committed was going in with no pants on. Okay, you definitely go no top half if you have to choose. For real.
But, he also did crash into the building, so
That's irrelevant. He didn't have any pants on. That's definitely the crime here.
He needed the beer.
Been there, bud.
especially nowadays, you can just jump on your phone and get beer delivered to you. You don't even need to drive anywhere.
Well,
now.
how would he know? His phone wasn't in his pants because he didn't have his pants on. So how do you know when you're going to call the guy? Oh, no. I don't know my phone.
He
Oh,
left his-
I don't have my pants on either. Damn. I guess I better go head down the block.
Funny.
And now, the time you've all been waiting for, our draft segment. All right, so this week we are. Who won last week?
The winner was everyone.
Everyone. All right.
Yeah, 25%.
I'll go first.
So
Do rando on this one.
we did a random drawing earlier and put them in the old computer and did all 4 of our names. And Nate came up first.
Hey,
on
how
the
about
number one
that?
pick.
How about
And
that?
by age, that would be me next, and then Gabe, and then Sam would finish us off in the top 4. So, Nader, go ahead and spin that wheel there. Love it. And the topic today is best gas station snack.
How about
Ooh,
that?
I bet those Reese's
so
are going to come up
many to
again.
choose from.
We'll give you boys a minute to look it over. In the meantime,
This podcast is sponsored by Mini Mart. Check out their Minnesota-themed gifts and Minnesota apparel. Go ahead and enter in Portside Boys at checkout and get 20% off. That's minimart.com. MINNYMART.com. Mini Mart, Minnesota everything.
are you ready over there?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay.
I got the best gas station snack that everyone buys at gas stations across the country, baby. I'm going with Jack Link's teriyaki beef jerky.
Oh, that's a good
come
one.
on.
I like it.
Come on.
I like
choice.
it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going like opposite end here. I'm going to go Funyuns.
Ooh, okay.
I like Funyuns.
I could save that to your third pick, but
I don't think so. I bet Gabriel would have taken it. What do you got, Gabriel?
I'm gonna have to go with Big's original sunflower seeds.
Nice.
originals, huh? No flavor, no
Yeah,
nothing
no,
on that.
just some salt, you know.
Just some okay.
A little bit of salt.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go off track and take a drink. Actually, as my first pick because I have back to back anyway. So
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick Mountain Dew.
Nice.
Mountain Dew, sure.
Very nice. Very nice. So the first round we had Nate picking Jack Link's teriyaki beef jerky. Zach had Funyuns. Gabe had Big's original sunflower seeds, and Sam had Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Starting off solid.
Starting the second round, Sam will have his first pick of the second round since it is a snake draft. So Sam, what do you got for us?
I'm gonna go with Old Trapper teriyaki beef jerky.
You're gonna do that? That's so good.
Well, I think it's better than Jack Link's, but
It's so much softer.
I think it
I
is.
100% agree. And I was gonna take that, you son of a.
uh-huh.
Gabriel, your second round pick. What do you got, bud?
I'm gonna have to go with a straight off the roller grill, better cheddar.
Oh,
Ooh, a better cheddar hot dog.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Those are actually really good. For my second round pick, I'm gonna go Jack Link's beef steak barbecue.
Interesting.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's got
So
a lot
good.
of flavor.
So good.
Okay.
How about you, Nate? Finish up the first round. What do you got
man,
for
you
us?
gotta do 2.
I know. That's great being the first round pick. Y'all took stupid stuff, so I'm set on my background trips here. Beefsteak BBQ. Okay. All right. I got a solid one here lined up. I go to the gas station all the time for these, baby. It's like the one place I do enjoy getting these. Donuts.
Donuts.
What
What kind of
kind of
donut
donut?
though?
Glazed.
Yeah.
I go to Holiday and I like to get the glazed. I don't know if they're called swirled. Whatever. They're basically a glazed donut in a sense.
I think they're glazed
They're
cake
glazed
donuts.
cake donuts.
Yep.
they're not cake.
Yeah,
they
they
are raised. But they got like a swirl.
Like a little
they're
like a braid.
Yes,
Yeah.
there it is. They're like the
Oh,
twist.
Glazed. What are those called?
The cinnamon twist.
no.
No. A pastry that it's like a donut, but it's like a
little swirl.
It's a knot.
It's like this.
Yeah,
you know what it's called? A long john?
It's like
no.
a long john.
Long
It's like a
john.
twist,
It's a cinnamon
braided
twist.
version of a long john.
Cinnamon
but
twist.
it's a
But it's not
But it's
cinnamon.
not cinnamon.
You're not listening.
So
it's
a
not
glazed
cinnamon.
twist is what it's called.
All right, that works.
A glazed twist from Holiday.
from Holiday.
All
All
right.
right. So the
All right.
first round.
Super specific. But
Super,
I'm not
super
getting that
specific.
anywhere else.
Then
But
no,
the
you
donut
are
at a
not.
gas station is what I'm getting. It's going to be a glazed donut.
Heck yeah,
So
the
good.
twist.
Yep,
yeah.
the twist.
So the second round, Sam had Old Trapper beef jerky, teriyaki variety. Gaber had the Better Cheddar hot dog, I'm assuming from Super America,
Yep.
or Speedway as it's called now.
That's right.
Zach had Jack Link's barbecue steak, and Nader finished it up with glazed twist from Holiday Gas Station.
Yep, good donuts. Ooh.
What if on the road trip the only place you have is a Quick Trip?
I'm on the road again.
Then I'm not getting that. I'm getting my next pick.
What is your next pick,
Oh,
Nate,
my next
since
pick
you
I
got
go
a
again?
snake draft?
Oh, crap. I was bluffing. I don't have something written down. Give me a
Me
minute
either.
here. Give me a second here. I got to come up with something quick. See, I do enjoy a couple of these items. I'm sure they might make the list on your guys. So I'm talking myself out here just for a second.
I hear that.
Yep. I do enjoy a Reese's Fast Break. I do like those.
Ooh, yummy.
I do enjoy myself some, but I do like some Kit Kats here and there.
Did you even have Reese's Fast Break on your candy list?
Nope, because you said Reese's, and Reese's took out the selection of all the
Oh,
different types
yeah.
of Reese's.
True.
Because or
It
else
was
we'd
one
have
general-
Christmas tree Reese's, we'd have Easter
Yeah.
egg, we'd have
All right,
heart
all
shaped,
right,
which
true,
is
true.
also great.
Yeah.
The
All right.
heart shaped ones
What
are
do you-
so good.
What do you got?
Oh, what am I going with?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I'm on the spot now, aren't I?
You had all this time to think, bud. Come on.
I apparently during that whole long commercial break we had. I'm coming up. You guys took on my list here. I think I'm gonna have to go with a Reese's Fast Break, just because
Okay.
Yummy.
I had one today. King size boys.
Don't let them fool you
He
guys.
wants
He had
another
two
one.
of them.
The king size, it comes in two, doesn't it?
They were
The
2 for
original
3.
size are like 2 for
33 or something.
$2.50, or you can get the king size 2 for $3. So you got to get the 2 for $3.
Yeah, I got one waiting in the car.
That's all he's thinking about. He's like, I want to get done with this so I can go outside and eat my Reese's Fast Break bar.
Oh, man. Don't tell my wife though.
Is that why it's
Supposed
in
to
the
be.
car, not at the house?
No, we're supposed to be on a diet.
Should I not tell her that last week you ate an entire bag of my next pick?
Oh,
Swedish
no.
fish?
Swedish fish.
Oh, I saw that
yummy.
one coming.
No. Yeah,
I
well-
can't believe I picked that one up in the third round. That's impressive.
Well, because all the meats have to be taken out before you get to the candies. 'cause
Fair
the
enough.
meats
Yeah.
are what you get at the
Yeah,
gas
Yeah,
station.
that's
in my
true.
opinion.
Definitely.
Agreed. Gabriel, what do you got for your third round pick, bud?
I don't know.
We'll talk it out a little bit. What are you a sweets guy? Or are you kind of like a savory, like spicy?
Did I
what are you
take
thinking?
yours with the Reese's?
No, Zach took it with the Swedish fish.
Oh, got him.
got
You
him.
could always go with Reese's cups, or
Yeah.
mini Reese's.
Yeah, true.
Or Reese's Pieces.
I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go stick. I'm gonna stick with the candy. I'm gonna go with a gummy. I'm gonna have to go with Starburst gummy bursts.
Those are
okay.
really
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Okay,
Y'all know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yep.
It's like the rich man's gusher.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Rich man's
I take
gusher.
that back. It's the gas station form of a gusher.
Oh, yeah.
It is so good.
I can get down with that.
Ooh.
And then to finish out with the best gas station snack draft, Samra, what do you got for us?
Original Lay's potato chips.
Original Lay's. God, you're lazy.
Original Lay's, huh?
Yeah.
Sam,
I'm the only one that picked a chip.
That's wrong. I picked a chip.
in a sense.
That's
of the
not-
Oh,
word.
yeah,
Technically,
Funyun.
it's-
Okay,
no,
fine.
Well,
True,
it's
you did.
onion flavored.
It's a chip.
Yeah, it's a
Technically,
chip.
it's in the chip category. True that.
Agreed.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
what category would it be in?
Not in the chip. 'cause
It's
not
kind of
a
like
it
a.
is.
What
We-
is a pork rind in? What
we-
kind of category is that in?
Let's
'Cause
check-
it's kind
the
of the same
snack
thing.
rind.
Let's check in with our fact checker. Is Funyun a chip over there?
Yes,
that
it
is a
is.
yes.
Yes, it
All
is.
right.
Look at that.
Confirmed.
We got the
confirmed
confirmed
fact checker in the back here.
fact checked. All right. So Nate started us off here. What'd you have for us, Nate?
I had the teriyaki beef jerky, Jack Link's teriyaki beef jerky, which is super common, I think, at all gas stations.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone usually kind of has their own like local stuff too.
Yeah.
But then I also went with a glazed donut, so good.
From where?
From the Holiday, naturally.
But just from Holiday though, because
Naturally,
That's the
I
best
wouldn't.
one.
I wouldn't get anywhere else. And,
Yeah.
But it's not like a round donut. It's one of those swirled ones. But either way, or braided, so good. And then I also went with a king-sized Reese's Fast Break.
no, screw the regular size, all right?
Oh no,
I'm
regular
a,
size
I'm
is
a
not
man.
enough.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
And they-
all right, I got one.
Yeah.
He's like king size.
Ooh, and they always have them on a sale too. So you got to get two, baby.
2 for 222, baby, all
Funny,
the time.
funny.
So my first round pick, I went with Funyuns. Then I had Jack Link's beef steak barbecue variety,
Nice.
and then I finished it out with a surprising pick for the third round, Swedish fish.
Yeah, I'm surprised that was there,
right,
but
all
Me
right.
too.
My first round was Big's Original Sunflower Seeds, Better Cheddar Hot Dog, and Starburst Gummy Bursts.
Nice. That a boy.
Nice.
That's solid. I love all the candies and all the foods we've had.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Until me, or everybody's just like, oh man, your list sucks. So
Hey, Mountain Dew.
come on. All right,
What you got?
This
Went
is
with
good.
Mountain Dew is the number one.
Sure.
I mean, come on. I think that's actually the number 2 pick up there, other than beef jerky. But
Okay.
number 2, Old Trapper beef jerky with, like as Zach likes to say it, the teriyaki
Variety.
variety.
Teriyaki persuasion there.
You know what I'm saying? All right, and then I finished mine out with just original Lay's potato chips.
I like that. But yeah, I think we missed out on a couple in my opinion, like for example, like the slushy. Those are always
There's
really good.
a bunch. You know,
Ices are good.
I think if we went
I mean, like, you
4
gotta
or
think
5 rounds,
the
we would have.
the big items from
Yeah.
like gas stations. Slushies are gas station food.
Yeah,
You know what
totally,
I mean?
totally.
Yeah, that's one of the big ones.
Doritos. I mean, any kind of chip.
A
any type of
slice
chip.
of pizza.
a pizza.
Exactly.
Any of the other
Exactly.
roller items that
Yeah,
they have
yep,
always.
yep.
Like the Supermom sandwiches,
Yes.
ham and
Oh,
cheese
yeah.
sandwiches.
Those are good.
really
So
too.
good. So many options you could have gone over.
Definitely.
But make sure to head over to our Facebook page, Portside Boys, and vote on who you think had the best draft.
All right, so we have some birthdays this week. February 16th, Kobe White, guard for the Chicago Bulls. Also played ball at UNC.
I wish
turns
we
20.
drafted him.
True. Jerome Bettis turns 48. Johnny McEnroe turns 61.
Yeah,
The Weekend turns 30. Elizabeth Olsen, who's Scarlet Witch in the Marvel series, turns 31. Lupe Fiasco, 38. Ice-T, 62. And Bono turns 63.
62 for
Bono.
Ice-T, huh?
Yeah, dude, he seems a lot older than 62, to be honest.
Oh, I was going to say younger than that.
February 17th, we have Michael Jordan, turning 57.
Ballin'.
Case Keenum's 32. Marcin Gortat, who's a retired center from the NBA, turns 36. Jim Brown turns 84. Ed Sheeran, 29. Paris Hilton, 39. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, 39. Billy Joe Armstrong, who is the lead singer for Green Day, turns 48. Denise Richards turns 49. Michael Bay turns 55. And Larry the Cable Guy turns 57.
Get her done.
That's a long list of balling people turning there. Having birthdays on the 17th. That's legit. On the 18th, Le'Veon Bell turns 28. Didi Gregorius, the Twins killer, turns 30. Andre Karolinko, retired NBA forward, turns 39. Jeremy Allen White, who, for those of you who aren't familiar, he plays Lip on the show Shameless, turns 29. Molly Ringwald from 16 Candles, and what's the other one she was in? The one with the kids in the high school that were...
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Dr. Dre turns 55. Vanna White turns 63.
Ooh.
Dang. And John Travolta turns 66. On February 19th, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, turns 25. Dwight Freeney turns 40. Roger Goodell turns 61. Millie Bobby Brown turns 16. She's the one who is 11 on the show Netflix, or the Netflix show Stranger Things. She turns 16. I don't know how to say this one. Is it Vitus?
Vitus?
Vitus? He's that guy that goes da 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 da. Funny. That's so funny. When I saw his name, no, that can't be him. I thought it was pretty funny. Seal turns 57. Leslie David Barker, and for those of you who don't know who that is, that's Stanley Hudson from The Office. Yeah, he turns 62.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little. But on pretzel day, well, I like pretzel day.
Funny. That's so funny. Jeff Daniels turns 65, and Smokey Robinson turns 80.
Nice.
February 20th, Justin Verlander turns 39. Charles Barkley turns 57. Rihanna turns 32. Miles Teller turns 33. And Cindy Crawford turns 45.
Flip that around, bud.
Turns 54.
Hubba, hubba.
February 21st, Steve Francis, retired NBA guard, turns 43. Sophie Turner turns 24. She's the one who was an actress in Game of Thrones and X-Men, for those of you who don't know. Ellen Page turns 32. Melanie Laurent turns 37. Jennifer Love Hewitt, hubba hubba, turns 41. Jordan Peele, from the actor from Key and Peele, turns 41 also. And then Kelsey Grammer turns 65. And on the 21st, Alan Rickman would have celebrated a birthday. Checked out a couple years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, 2016, yeah. February 22nd, Khalil Mack turns 29. Reja Rondo turns 34. Vijay Singh turns 57.
boy.
Dr. J checking in at 70, having a good birthday. Drew Barrymore turns 45, and Paul Lieberstein, Toby from The Office, turns 53.
Toby.
Toby is in HR, which technically means he works for corporate, so he's really not a part of our family. Also, he's divorced, so he's really not a part of his family.
I hate everything that you choose to be. George Washington would have celebrated a birthday, and so would have Steve Irwin. It's too bad.
It's pretty sad.
And those are your birthdays.
Those are some really good birthdays you had there, Nader. We'll see you guys here next week with an all-new episode of the Portside Boys. I'm Big Zig, signing off.
This podcast is sponsored by Mini Mart. Check out their Minnesota-themed gifts and Minnesota apparel. Go ahead and enter in Portside Boys at checkout and get 20% off. That's minimart.com. MINNYMART.com. Mini Mart, Minnesota everything.